for your health. People usually lie down or sit comfortably in a chair after having dinner. But this is a big mistake you should never make. According to experts, these habits are highly dangerous and can put your health at risk. Here are the 5 things you should never do after eating. 1. Smoke. If you are a smoker, you know how powerful the desire for a cigarette is after a meal. However, smoking right after a meal is very bad. And if you must do it, you should wait for at least a couple of hours after the meal. Cigarettes contain nicotine, a substance that binds to oxygen your body desperately needs for digestion, which makes your body absorb carcinogens. According to several studies, smoking a cigarette after a meal has the same effect as smoking 10 cigarettes at once, and increases your risk of bowel and lung cancer significantly as well. 2. Eating fruit. Consuming fruit should be done before a meal, not afterwards. Fruits require special enzymes to be digested, and the natural sugars in them need more time to be absorbed. Furthermore, eating fruit after a meal can cause digestive problems such as indigestion, heartburn and burping. On the other hand, eating fruit before meals will help your body benefit from all the nutrients, fiber and sugars. 3. Sleeping. Lying down for a nap or sleeping after a meal is the favorite thing of millions of people. But this habit is not healthy at all. It might cause discomfort and bloating besides disrupting your sleeping patterns. According to a study conducted by the University of Vienna Medical School, people who wait for longer to go to bed after a meal have less chances of getting a stroke. This is why it's important not to go to bed for at least 2 hours after your meals. 4. Shower. Showering after a meal is one of the worst things you can do. A hot shower will increase the blood flow to your limbs and reduce the blood flow to your stomach, thus negatively affecting your digestion. 5. Drinking tea. Teas are healthy, but shouldn't be consumed after a meal. Drinking tea after having a meal can interfere with the iron absorption in your body, as tea contains tannic acid, which binds to the iron and protein from our food. This can result in 87% decrease in iron absorption, and even iron deficiency, which can lead to anemia, dizziness, weakness and fatigue. We are sure you didn't think these habits were harmful, but science say otherwise. If you want to keep your body healthy and properly functioning.
Vision. A woman is also, very important word, an incubator. God designed the female to be an incubator. Her whole body is incubation. An incubator is something that gives life to everything. Whatever you give an incubator, it gives it life and it gives it back to you. Whatever you give an incubator, it multiplies, it gives it back to you. That's why women must be careful what they listen to, and who they listen to, and what they hear. Because women incubate everything. If you give a woman a word, she gives you a sentence back. If you give her a sentence, you get a paragraph. You know I'm speaking the truth. If you give her a paragraph, you're going to get yourself a book. If you give a woman one sperm, you're going to get a sperm back. She's going to give it life, multiply it, and give you what? A baby? Millions of sperms. You give her a house, no problem. She'll give you a home. She makes it beautiful. She multiplies it, gives you a beautiful home. You give her groceries in a bag, she gives you a meal. You give her frustration, she multiplies it and gives you hell. A female is an incubator. That means she receives information, she expands it, and she gives it back to you. A female never keeps anything. Incubators do not keep anything. Now they may hold it for a while, but you will eventually get it back. And it'll never come back the way you gave it. It comes back multiplied. A woman will be under pressure for 20 years, and then one day, all of a sudden, she goes crazy on you. She cusses you and throws stuff at you, picks up the refrigerator and throws at you. She incubates everything. So if you give a woman gossip, you know, when the Bible talks about gossip, it usually refers to the female. You wonder why, huh? Why say the woman destroys with her mouth? Because a woman keeps multiplying stuff. So women, if you want to be a good wife, make sure you receive the right stuff. Because whatever you receive, you're going to multiply, remember, and you're going to give it to your husband. So if you're on the phone talking all day to a woman who's divorced and you're not, if you talk to women whose marriages ain't working all the time and they keep talking to you, it's going to get into your womb, and then your husband come back and you start speaking negative and suspicious things to your husband, when in fact you were receiving that junk from your friend on the phone. No wonder why Peter says, women, be like Sarah, live a quiet life, have a quiet spirit, don't be noisy, don't be gossipers. Why? Because whatever you receive, you dump on your husband. Watch those soap operas you're watching all the time. You're an incubator. You produce what you keep listening to.